Well, welcome back, everyone, anyway, to another episode of Not So Balls podcast with me, Andy Burns. We got Steve, we got Jay, and we're finally joined by Kyle again.
He's back.
You're all right, boys.
Ready for debut?
Not too bad, not too bad. Good to see you. Good to see you. It's been too long, even a week's too much. Right, let's jump right into it then. Come on. So we said we'd talk a little bit about Wolves on Sunday. 1-1 at half time. It was looking handy, wasn't it? It was looking handy. And it ends up 4-1 to United. So Wolves still no win after about 14 games now. 2 points. Jay, what are you thinking about Wolves? Come on, hit me up. Like, obviously they're gone. We know that they're gone. We know that.
They're well gone. Like we said, I think we've mentioned that they are a championship side playing in the Premiership, and they are poo. Like that first goal that they conceded, boys. Come on, like, just the lads that we play with on a Friday could do better. And that, honest, I'm not messing there. Like some lads would do better and put up a better performance than what I've seen. I don't know how fans can still go there, me. I really don't.
So what's like sort of what's the next step for Wolves then? Because we know that they're going down. What's like the next steps for them? Is this sort of like a all right?
It's got to be prepare for the championship now. Do you get what I mean? Let's get a squad together that can compete in the championship to get back into the Premier League. Because there's no way that they survive. Like no way.
Well, they go 9 points adrift.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But that's it. The teams above them who are in the relegation zone seem miles better than them. Does that make sense? So it's still like it's dangerous for them, man.
I know that this is. I think I seen a tweet the other day. This is now the worst ever start by any Premier League team ever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. It is.
So
I think you mentioned that, didn't you, Andy?
Yeah.
But Wolves have this weird thing like February, March. Like they did it last season when they went on 1-6 on the spin. They kind of have that little bit of like the old school Wigan vibe where they do go on a run. Yeah. It's just whether, like Wigan, they're going to get caught out 1 year where just doesn't materialise. That's why I'm thinking. I do think they go down, but I don't think it's guaranteed yet.
Yeah.
Really? Do you still think there's hope for them?
They still got January, haven't they? So they could strengthen and they could go on that run, and then you know what I mean. You win 2 games, 3 games.
But where are they winning their games? They're like every team they come up against look diabolical. Like they really do look bad.
The only thing I've got is that they do still manage to score goals. Like they're not getting beat to 0 every week. So if you're scoring goals, you've always got a chance.
But yeah, I suppose, but they are fine. Like they're getting outplayed every game.
I seen a stat where their XG is better than Sunderland's.
Yeah.
So like their expected goals should be scoring more than what Sunderland do.
Yeah. Well, they should be about. I think I read the same thing. They should be on about 13 goals if XG was something to go by. I mean, it still is, but
that's the thing. XG, I get it, but like at the end of the day, XG is not how the game's played. Do you know what I mean? They've lost.
No,
do you know what I mean? A lot of.
It's an
insight. Do you know what I mean?
Like,
I do get every week.
We don't watch them every week, so we're not too sure. So like, I think it's one stat that you can go off to see how diabolical it is.
Yeah.
Obviously, on paper, it looks horrific. With them being so far adrift, stats-wise, it could be a lot better. So it's just that look, and obviously you create your own look in footy, don't you? So it's just if they can get that look on their side, start scoring a few more goals. I think, as you said, Kyle, though, January is going to be a massive one for them. I think it will either one or two ways. They'll either reinforce and keep all their players, or they'll lose likes of Andre and Joe Gomez, Sam Larson, their big players. Hopefully for probably Wolves fans for quite a lot of money, and then reinvest that into maybe younger players that have a lot more to prove, that could go down to the Championship, stay with them, and have that team for the back end of the Premier League season, give them that experience, whole Championship season, and then back into the Prem with that same team. But if they don't, I reckon
similarly to the way I saw about the worst ever start, that The recruitment strategy has not been in the manager's hands. And again, obviously, we know nothing. We can only go off sources that provide us info, but sources from inside the club are apparently saying that January will be different. They will change the recruitment strategy, and Rob Edwards will be heavily involved in what goes on. Which, I mean, you've got to say is promising, because you look at Rob Edwards' Luton side. It was Luton he managed, wasn't
Yeah.
And one thing you can say about Luton is they were in every game and they fought for Rob Edwards till the end, so he knows what type of player he wants. It's whether they A, have got the budget, and B, can attract them in the position that they're in. I don't see why top-end Championship players would swap a promotion race for a relegation race at this point of the season. But if there's a few players out there that obviously he's worked with previously, or even just like the idea and the way he plays, then obviously that type of pulling power is good to have.
I think the Prem just has massive pulling power. Like, look at the signings that Sunderland made, the newly promoted team, and some of their signings. That's like
they have no right in signing them.
That's a regular sort of mid-table Premier League team signings. Like Jaffa for one, and then they've got Robbie from Ajax and all of those type of players.
Don't forget they got Thingy as well from PSG. Is it Mookie centre back? Yeah, they got him from PSG as well.
So obviously they've attracted big names. So the Prem has massive pulling power. And I think if you can have that conversation with someone to say, look, we are probably going to go down, but we will be back in the Prem, and we want you to be our main man in 2 years' time, it probably does worth quite a bit, isn't it, really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think my only worry on that side with Wolves is that the money situation's not supposed to be great at the minute, is it? So, wages may be an issue, that they can't offer as much as they'd like to offer, and potential for transfer fees to kind of basically the situation that we found Everton in for the last sort of 3-4 years. Transfer fees are in drips and drabs, and wages can't really compete with anyone really. And January's premium, so it'll be an interesting one to watch. But they need to start trimming that gap. I do think they've got a bit of a more favourable run coming up after Christmas. But they've already played the 3 newly promoted sides, and I'm pretty sure they lost all 3.
Yeah, and the next game is Arsenal at the Emirates. 8 PM on Saturday.
It's game over for them.
They've got Liverpool coming up as well, haven't they? Which even in the form that Liverpool are in, I mean, if Liverpool can't beat Wolves, then
that's the one team I could see as like, just breezing. Do you know what I mean? Just breeze past, honestly.
Yeah.
I really can. If we can put in a performance midweek in the San Siro, we're beating Wolves. I'm sorry.
Just before we do move on anyway, so I have to correct myself, Wolves. Every team's played 15 games now. Wolves are on no wins, 2 draws, 13 losses. But they also find themselves 13 points adrift behind Nottingham Forest, who are in 17th. So it's a big mountain to climb, like. But you never know.
It is.
Yeah. We'll move on anyway to this week's fixtures. And we've done our predictions, haven't we? But we've done them for Sunday instead of Saturday this time, because the Sunday fixtures are a little bit more favourable than the Saturday ones. Unbelievably, there's only 2 3:00 kickoffs on Saturday. So we've got Chelsea.
Regular occurrence, this, and it's winding me up.
Yeah, it's because of the amount of teams that play in Europe. Unfortunately, in England, everyone plays in Europe apart from like 8 sides or something. Chelsea, Everton, Liverpool, Brighton. And then moving on to the 5:30 kickoff, Burnley, Fulham, and then Arsenal, Wolves, like we just mentioned before. It's a massive game. Massive game for both, because Arsenal need to win as well, because Manchester City are only 2 points behind them.
Burnley, Fulham are 5:30, and Chelsea, Everton are 3:00.
We'll wait until you listen to the Sunday one. listen to this one. So we got Palace, City, Forest, Spurs, Sunderland, Newcastle, West Ham, Villa. They're all at 2:00, and the last game on at 4:30 is Brentford, Leeds. So compared to the rest of them, that could have been on. You know what I mean? And then, of course,
I really
Monday.
don't understand it.
And then we've got Monday, Bournemouth go to Old Trafford. So that's Man United again on the Monday night footy. I think it's
Start calling it Man United Mondays or something.
I know, yeah.
No, literally.
That's their
No, they're
third
rival
in
months
5
now.
weeks. Yeah, third one in 5 weeks, I think.
We've had 4, haven't we?
Yeah, but we were.
It's spread out.
To be fair. Yeah. But we'll come to Chelsea Everton first. Steve, what are we expecting from this game? So, of course, Chelsea are off the back of a pretty disappointing defeat at midweek against Atalanta in the Champions League. Everton on a bit of a run. A little bit of a run, should we say, until Newcastle arrived.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
I mean, everything points towards us getting something, but it's Everton at Stamford Bridge, innit? So I'd love us to get, obviously I'd love us to get a win. If anything, we might sneak a draw, but yeah, the mind's saying Chelsea gonna roll us over. Because considering how poor they've been, I think they have not. I think if I'm right in thinking they've not won in 3 or 4 games, something like that. And yeah, that combined with how well we're sort of feeling at the moment, I think just adds up to a Chelsea win. But I don't know. This team shocked me. Actually, a win at Old Trafford down to 10 men, massive shock. So surely, if we can get something there with them 10 men, we can get something at Stamford Bridge, hopefully.
Yeah. Well, Google's telling me that the last time that Everton beat Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, we weren't even born. So yeah, that's a big one to consider. 1994 was the last time Everton won at Stamford Bridge, but we've got some great points there, and we also knocked them out of the FA Cup not so long ago. Actually, it was long ago now. Thinking about it, it was. But still, we can play, and we got a draw off them a couple of seasons ago. Did we draw there last season?
No, it was last season, not the. Was last season?
No,
not the one?
1-0. It was the season before. No, 1-0 last season, I think it was, and then.
When was the final?
Oh, that was on. Oh, that was 2 seasons ago. But we were that propelled us to safety. That's 5-0, which is weird to say. What do you reckon, Kyle? What are you thinking going into this fixture, Stamford Bridge? It's never favourable for Everton, like.
No, this is a bit of a test, I think, for me, similar to the United game. That United game, though, we were forced into playing how we played, obviously through one of our own players. This game, I'd like to think we keep 11 men on the pitch. So this is a real test of how far have we come. Can we play against a good side and kind of go toe to toe? Maybe not win the game. Maybe maybe we, at our best and them at their best, we probably still should lose. But it's the manner of the performance and how you lose. You don't mind losing by the odd goal if you've turned up, you've had a go, and you've just been beat by the better side who've spent a ton more money. I think if I'm not wrong, this is Caicedo's last game out, isn't it? So that's a big miss for them.
Yeah.
Gives us hopefully an upper hand in the midfield battle. With them having to put Reece James in there. I know Reece James is a decent footballer, but it's a different position than playing right back. Dewsbury Hall, I think, hopefully he can keep his good run going. He'll want to turn up there with a point to prove as well, because let's be honest, in the league he got next to no minutes for Chelsea, did he? His whole move was based around the Conference League campaign and how well he played. Yeah, I'd like to say I'm confident we can get a result, and that's purely just off the form we're in. But yeah, we always just seem to come a bit unstuck away against Chelsea. It's a shame it's
Yeah.
not a good because Bramley more because I'd fancy us to win if it was at home.
Yeah.
We seem to have their number when they come to visit us, but they seem to more than have us covered at their place. So,
definitely agree. To be honest,
pushing me, I'll go for a draw.
well, Everton go into it only 1 point behind Chelsea on 24 points, and Chelsea are on 25. So
It's a weird one because I don't know about yous, but I don't think we've been great. I think we've been.
Oh, he's off.
I think Everton have been average.
Yeah,
Obviously,
this
we've
is a
had
good
games where we've been really good, and we've had games where we've been really bad.
Yeah,
And it kind of middles out to us just being average. But points-wise, it looks like we're having like an absolute stormer.
yeah, I agree. This is a big test for Everton. This one.
There's so much more to come from the side as a whole, and if we can strengthen those couple of weak spots next month, then I think that unlocks another level in terms of a couple of fullbacks who can actually overlap and help the wingers out. Just that. There's probably a couple of other positions that we need a bit of covering, but I think that's our biggest problem at the minute. The wingers get doubled up on, and neither fullback can overlap. So if we can even get one fullback in who wants to make runs and allow the wingers that bit more freedom and occupy one of the other defenders, then I think that unlocks another level for your Grealish and your Ndiaye's and that type of stuff. So
is this Illiman's last game?
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah. So he's not playing next Saturday evening against Arsenal.
No.
Oh,
yeah, man. Idrissa Gueye's back, isn't he? Forgot about that. We get Idrissa back, but I'm not sure I changed the team from Forest.
Why would you? It was probably our best performance of the season.
Yeah, I keep Alcaraz in because Alcaraz just offers a different way of playing that attacking midfield role, and Dewsbury Hall playing a little bit deeper just looked even better. Which
his energy, isn't he, Alcaraz?
Yeah, and he's not scared to get the ball down, and he seems to know how to put the ball into each striker. Like it's no coincidence that the run better lad last year was heavily suited with Alcaraz playing behind him.
They help. Like
he's a very smart footballer, Alcaraz. He the only thing he needs to be is just a little bit more consistent and a little less hot-headed.
Yeah. Well,
but he's South American and they're very passionate, aren't they? So it's just part of his DNA.
Makeup. Well, right, moving on anyway from Everton. Abraham. What are we saying?
Abraham.
What are we saying on the Reds, lad? You just play Brighton at Anfield Saturday.
I mean, I expect a win, but it's hard to see the way we're playing at the minute. Like I've said a lot about Liverpool this season and been critical. We're just boring going forward. If Brighton show up, we're in trouble. Like honestly, they will do us at Anfield. But it depends what Liverpool show up as well. If we're through this bad spell now, obviously getting a win midweek at the San Siro, obviously, luckily, by the way, but nevertheless, it was 3 points, and we should be feeling good. We should beat Brighton. We really should. But at this current moment, I couldn't tell you where our next win's coming from.
Does Mo Salah play? Does he get any sort of minutes, or is he just sort of see it in?
Well,
February?
As of recording this podcast, he's having a meeting with Slot today. Him and Slot are gonna try and hash it out, so to say. But obviously, we don't know what's gonna happen. If he starts, he starts. If not, is right. But I don't see him leaving. I can't see him leaving the club.
Not yet.
Never can I. I really can't. I think people are just blowing it out. They need a story to sell. Do you know what I mean? So and January's around the corner. So obviously people have, he's leaving. Obviously he's going to go to AFCON. He'll have it, depending on how well he does. You know what I mean? But he'll play in Liverpool again. That's not him saying goodbye. I can't see that.
Well, anyway, whatever happens, I'm sure Mo Salah will tell us what happened because he just loves chatting to the media when it's not going.
No, he does. He does. He does.
So in the league, Liverpool off the back of a pretty disappointing draw at Leeds. Let's be honest, thrown away.
No, yeah, it was.
Thrown away opportunities again. 2-0 up, 3-2 up. And you're saying there with Brighton, who can come and do it. They can do a job on Liverpool. They've proven that they can have a good go at Anfield in the past, even under Jurgen Klopp as well.
Mm-hmm.
But them themselves off the back of a disappointing 1-1 against West Ham, though.
Yeah, no, yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's why I said that it depends what Brighton show up. If Brighton are bang on it that day, like we're in trouble because they play some good fluid football, and when they're allowed to play, they're a good team.
So up and down this season, Brighton. You watch them.
They are.
Yeah.
Wow, like they play like that a bit more, and they'll go on some run, and then they go and do like that performance against West Ham. I think the difference between European football and English football is being highlighted though by how like Liverpool are managing to not play well in Europe, but get some decent results.
Yeah.
Like Inter Milan, Italian teams aren't notorious for pressing and being high up the pitch and at you. So Liverpool were allowed to kind of just grow into the game and do enough. But then you go back to the PSV game, a young side who wanted to be up the pitch and wanted to get at you, wanted to play fast and quick on the break.
Yeah.
And similarly to how Brighton are probably going to set up, they're going to look to press Liverpool early.
Definitely.
And then any form of sloppy passes or any turnovers, they'll look to get it wide because they've got massive pace on the wing, and they'll look to get in behind and hope that Welbeck can mop up in the box. So tough game. I'm looking forward to watching our match of the
day. Steve, how important is this Arsenal game against Wolves?
Oh, it's massive. It's got to be surely. Like we can't see anything but an Arsenal win. But I think again, it's one of them where they need to have a 4 or 5-0 win, just to put a bit of confidence into the team. Back into I'm not saying like the fans don't have confidence in them, but a statement win like that, they go, okay, we've had a blip, but now we are well and truly back on path. If it's a 1-0 win in the 85th minute, and they're not looking like scoring all game, the fans then, there's a bit of pressure then added again. We have to score early, score loads, then the fans are going, we're still in this race, because having a team like Man City breathing down your neck must be horrible.
Who've just beat Real Madrid, by the way, in the Bernabeu. So.
And I don't think they've been playing particularly good football. They're getting some results putting together now, but we know that Man City can go on a run of 18, 19, 20 games, just win every single game.
Mm-hmm.
We know they can do that at the back end of the season. So it does feel like Arsenal need to make sure they have, a few games in hand so you can drop a few points here and there, especially with them having to play again. And I think it's at Etihad, isn't it? I think they've played at home. And then they're still got Liverpool and then the derbies. So I think it's a big one where they have to get a few goals in.
Well,
I agree with that.
If they manage to win tomorrow, which let's be honest, they really should, they'll go 5 points clear of Man City, who have to go to Selhurst Park on Sunday. So
it's always a tricky one, yeah. Also,
with City, it seems as well,
Even for City though, because I was going to say, even before Palace have always been a good team, but even before they were, this super team under Glasner, they always beat City, even at the Etihad as well. For some reason, Palace were their bogey team.
The Townsend volley comes to mind.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, remember that goal? What a goal!
Well, we'll do our predictions now then, seeing as though we've jumped onto the Sunday. So the 4 games that we're going to predict are Palace, City, Forest, Spurs, Sunderland, Newcastle, and West Ham Villa. So who wants to go first? Anyone got any quick predictions for us?
Go ahead,
since I'm top, still league.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
do it in order. We'll do it in order.
Okay, so I'm going to go for a 3-1 City win.
Yeah.
And Ryan Zerke's going to score the first goal this week. I think he's in good form. So, yeah. And if Haaland's not scoring also for some reason. Well, he is, but he's not at the same time.
Yeah, dried up a little bit.
Yeah. And then Forest Spurs. It's going to be a 2-1 win to Spurs with Richarlison getting his goal. Then West Ham Villa. It's going to be 2-0 to Villa. Morgan Rogers is going to score.
Nice.
And then probably the most excitable game of the whole weekend, Sunderland Newcastle. It's going to be a 2-2 draw with Valdemar scoring the first goal.
Okay.
And a few red cards. I don't know if that counts for anything, but it's going to be a few red cards.
A few red cards?
There's got to be a few red cards. Right, so I'll do West Ham Villa. I've done Villa 3-1. Ollie Watkins, first goal. He's back in a little bit, isn't he, Watkins? He's looking sharper the last few weeks. Sunderland Newcastle, I've also gone for 2-2, but I'm going to do Dan Burn off a set piece, a pure little net buster header. Forest Spurs, I've gone 1-0 Forest, me. Gibbs White to score. Just a very Sean Dyche like sort of game, innit? Fixture to kind of get over the line against Thomas Frank. He's got a good record against Thomas Frank as well. And Palace 1, Man City 2. Haaland to score the first goal.
Okay.
And yeah, that's mine. Like, what about you?
So, Steve, you took a few of mine there, so I'm gonna have to think of a few.
You're copying them.
No, I'm not copying you. You took a few of mine. I'm changing them now. So, Man City, Palace. I'm going with 2-1 Man City. I think first goal scorer. I'm gonna have to back me boy, Foden. He's been bagging lately, and I can smell it again. And then it's Forest, Tottenham next. I'm gonna go 2-0 Tottenham. First goal scorer, it would have been Richarlison, but now I'm gonna go Kudus. I think he'll score. I was gonna go Richarlison, just bearing in mind. And then who's the next game? Sorry,
West Ham Villa.
West Ham Villa. I'm going to go 3-0 Villa. No, 3-1 Villa. And I'm going to go with Morgan Rogers. I did have him before. Morgan Rogers first goal. And then last game is... What's the last game, boys? Sorry. Newcastle get the derby. I'm going to go 2-1 Sunderland. But first goal scorer is going to be Bruno Guimaraes.
You know, we need. You know what? We got the Secret Santa coming up. Someone needs to get you pen and paper, mate.
No, literally, they do. It's because I'm using my phone, and I use my phone to obviously do my predictions.
Go ahead, Kyle.
Right. Yeah. Palace 1, City 2. Haaland first goal.
Yeah, it feels right. Feels right.
It does, doesn't it? Forest 1, Spurs 2. And I have gone Richie first goal. If he starts, the stats say if he starts, he's pretty likely to score. So, West Ham 0, Villa 2. Ollie Watkins first goal. It's agree with what was said about Watkins. He seems like he's near back to his best. Touch, strike, his runs in behind. Looks like it's all coming into place. And then I've gone Sunderland 1, Newcastle 2, and Baltimore their first goal.
Okay.
Interesting. I think everyone's a little bit different, but also that the City Palace fixture seems to have drawn us all to the same conclusions on it, really.
Yeah. We've got 3 different goal scorers in that game, really. I think Haaland, Foden, and Shirky. So.
Yeah.
And it'll end up being Guardiola or something.
It'll get tapped in by Guardiola off a corner or something. And then the last game on there that we're not going to predict is Brentford Leeds. So Leeds off the back of another great point. Well, they had a great week, didn't they? Beat Chelsea.
Yeah.
And then they got a great point off Liverpool. What are your thoughts on Leeds? Like, just before we wrap up, like, what are you thinking about Leeds this season? They're looking solid, aren't they? All of a sudden.
I think it's one of them. I've banged on about it loads of, and about fans playing a massive part. The second you get that penalty against Liverpool, you could see the fans like sort of smell blood, so to speak. Like they knew something could happen. And obviously they get it back to 2-2, and then obviously Liverpool scored the third, and you think, okay, they've missed out this time. But then you sort of have that attitude like, no, we can go again. It's like you thought Liverpool aren't anything. We can score. We can get at these.
Yeah.
Once you got the final goal to equalise it, must have felt like a win for them to equalise at the end. But getting some results putting together, like, which is what you want as a promoted team.
Definitely. Well, I think the thing that shocked me the most about Leeds was, and it was a defeat as well. So I'm just looking at their form now, over the last couple of weeks. There's a couple of there's no serious hidings in there for Leeds. It's quite strange. Like they got beat by Brighton 3-0 at the Amex. That's a bit of a hiding. After that, they got beat 3-1, 2-1, 3-2. So they're in games. Do you know what I mean? And the biggest shock for me was the City game. They were getting beat 3-0 half time. You're thinking, oh, that could be a bit of a cricket score, that one. And to get it back, they nearly equalised as well. 3-2. So they're showing that character, aren't they? They're showing that sort of will to almost stay in games like other promoted sides aren't. They're just getting hammered and they're like, oh, we'll get them. We'll go and play against Burnley, beat them instead. Like they're having a go at everyone. And then if rumours are to be believed about Farke's job, after the City game, he was quizzed, wasn't he, apparently, by the ownership. They were like, what's going on? We've lost 4 or 5 on the spin. Since then, 4 points from 6 against Chelsea and Liverpool. Anyone in the league would take that.
Yeah, they would.
100%. What were you going
to say? For them to stay up. Oh, go ahead, Carl.
The only issue with Leeds is the consistency seems to be coming in the games where you'd expect them to get nothing. And the few of the games where you'd expect them to pick up wins, they fell a bit short. That's my only thing that I think could come to bite them towards the end of the season. But as a promoted side, all you can ask is that you give yourself a platform as you sort of get into Christmas to kick off from, and they've more than done that. So
big time.
Fair play to them. As much as I do dislike them.
Well, all of the as we know anyway, all the promoted sides have won games. So Burnley have won 3. Leeds have won 4, and obviously, as we know, Sunderland sitting in 9th, they've won 6. So they've all given themselves a good platform, haven't they? Especially Sunderland, of course. They could in the Conference League or even Europa League.
That'd be mad. That would be a fairy tale, wouldn't it? To come up from the promotion, from the playoff final, to be getting battered by Coventry in the final, bearing in mind, and to come up to the Premier League, lose the star player in Joe Bellingham, and then to possibly end up with a European spot that's amazing. That's fair play to the owners of Sunderland and the whole staff, and fair play to them.
Well, that's a good place to end, as I think, anyway. Got to end there on Sunderland, haven't we? Because we don't like Newcastle.
We do. No, we don't.
Films and all that. Jordan Pickford.
As going to the final, the League Cup final last year, Newcastle fans were lovely, but gosh, we started something by letting them win that final. Oh my word!
I know you did.
No, innit? No, I know you did. You did. A few Everton fans, you included, told me, "What have you done, man? Don't let them win." And then, insufferable. No, they are. They're insufferable.
But yeah, that's everything from me, anyways.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us as ever.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for listening, everyone.
Be back Sunday.
Bye.
Bye.